Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. Happy New Year. It's not the first video of the new year, but it's really close to the first video, and we're going to talk about my goals for 2025. These are not going to be reading goals, not really. I don't usually set a lot of reading goals because I read all the time, like in all my spare time. So what I have been doing in the past is cutting back on my reading goals and actually trying not to read as much as I was before. So first, let's address the top of the screen over here where it says powered by StreamYard. And that is because right now I'm recording on StreamYard and I don't know how to get that off of there. So that's just going to be there in the thing. I'm recording while I'm live on New Year's Eve, and this is when I had time to do it, and we're sprinting right now. So that's what I'm doing. I picked 8 categories of goals this time, and these 8 goal categories came from a holistic book that I found at our library that just kind of listed like a balanced life has these 8 areas in balance. You're not doing too much of one or not enough of another, or you're doing a lot in 3 of them but nothing in one. So it's like how to have a balanced life. So what I thought I would do is look at each one of those areas and kind of something that I wanted to work on for the year. Now, these are not goals in the sense that they are SMART, meaning that there's a time for them. They're whatever that SMART acronym stands for. That's not what these are. These are things that I want to ask myself during the year, like, am I doing more of this? Is this something I want to continue to try to do more of? Because maybe I try it and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do that. So I want to evaluate these on like a quarterly basis. I think most of my year is going to revolve around 12-week cycles with a 13-week off. That's my plan, at least right now. And so let's just talk about what they are. The first one is spirituality. Now, this can be any kind of spirituality for anybody that has this. It does not have to be specific to a certain religion or a certain belief system or a non-belief system. Like, that doesn't have to be anything in there. For me, the main thing that I want to work on in this realm or in this area of my life in 2025 is to enjoy church services. And that's probably a weird thing. And if anybody actually wants to talk about it, we can talk about it down below if you want to in the description. But I have just had such a weird relationship with like physically going to a church that it's become something that makes me upset in general, just thinking about it. And so that is my goal for 2025. And the way I'm going to do that is anytime it is within my power to go to a church service, I am going to go to a church service. That right now is the only thing that I am setting myself up to do as far as enjoying church services. Okay, realm number 2 or area number 2 is family time. And I feel like I do spend a lot of time with my family in the sense that we are all in the same room together. But there's not a lot of times where we're doing things together. I do have on my Minecraft channel, my son and I stream once a week over there. But that's like an hour that we're playing that game. And so I really want to try to do some game nights or some just more organized, I guess is the word I want to say, moments with my people, like on purpose. I don't know another way to put it. So I'm not sure what that's going to look like. We're going to see. We're going on vacation in the first quarter, and we've already got games that we're taking with us. So I know that is going to be an easy connection time. So we'll have to see what the second and third and fourth quarters look like. My older children may be moving away a little bit at some point. And so that is another thing that I want to be conscious of how I'm going to stay connected to them, even if they're not living in the same area that I'm in. Because right now they're about 20 minutes away and they're going to be further than that. Number 3 is community. And I'm thinking of that in 2 different ways. Number 1 is my online community. I would like to be more on my community tab in this channel and for my Sims channel. I would also like to be more involved in community activities in my town, in my life, in-person activities. So my goal is to each quarter, specifically for the first quarter, to attend 2 in-person events. One of them is going to be easy because it's going to a hockey game in January that I've been invited to with another group. So it's not my family going. It's an outside group that is part of my community. The other thing is that I want to post on my community tabs at least once a week. I would like to do more than that, but that's going to be where I'm starting, is once a week. Number 4 is career satisfaction. So I thought that was interesting that it didn't just say career, it says career satisfaction. And so I find that interesting. But what I'm going to do here is, this is a weird thing, but I want to work on relaxing more when I am at the job at the library. My job at the library has a lot of little tasks, and it's like, do this, then do this, then do this. And the way my brain works is like, I've got to hurry through this so that I can get to this. And then as soon as I get to this, I've got to hurry through this. Well, those things are kind of never ending. They're always going to be there. So I need to just let myself work on them at a normal pace without thinking like, oh my gosh, you're behind, you've got to hurry up, you've got to hurry up. So I just want to be able to relax when I'm working at the library. And then another thing I'm doing is with my editing job, my self-employed editing job, I am not going to take any new clients in 2025. So right now, as long as I'm working at the library, I do not have time for new clients. If something changes at the library, then I will be open to it. But for quarter 1, I don't think anything is going to change at the library. And so I am not going to be taking any new clients in my editing business. Okay. Number 5 is self-care, and I want to do a couple of things. Number 1 is no pressure reading. So I know that you guys just saw me put 71 books on a TBR for the first 3 months of the year, and one of you actually commented and was like, listen, you don't have to read all of those books just because they're on your TBR, because I was already starting to stress out. It's not even January 1st, and I was already starting to be worried and stressed about how I was going to get it all done and all read by March. And so that's what I want to do. Less pressure on myself as far as reading goes. I want to enjoy the reading. I want to enjoy what I'm doing and think through the books that I'm reading. Did I enjoy this book? Did I not enjoy it? I cannot just give everything 4 stars across the board and be like, yeah, I finished, 4 stars, done. Like that's almost giving me 4 stars for finishing the book. Like that's not the point. The point is to enjoy the books. Or to find stuff about the books that I like, that I didn't like what didn't I like about it? I want to talk about the books more. So less pressure reading. That's the main one for self-care. I also put gaming on here. I do like gaming for fun, but I do think that over the last month, I have done a lot better about finding time to game. It's a little bit more difficult when I've been taking days off from work, because when I take off from filming and work and all that stuff and we go places, then before we leave, I've got to do a bunch more work to prep for leaving. So I have been doing more work, but still I feel like in the last month and a half, I have felt more enjoyment from gaming because I am finding more time to be able to do it in a non-pressure way. So part of that is that I have cut back on the number of videos on my Sims channel. So instead of 7 videos, which is what I started the year doing, 1 video a day, I cut back for a while to 5 videos when I first started working at the library. And now I have cut back to 2 videos a week and 1 live stream. And that has helped so much, just give me way more free time to do a lot more things that I want to get done. Okay, then the next section is creativity. So for the creative thing, I love puzzles, I love crocheting, I love coloring. I got a new mosaic coloring book for Christmas. I did one of the pages, let me show you. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. So that, I like doing that. I like doing a lot of those things, but I feel overwhelmed with the amount of stuff. So I've set 2 rules for me for the year. Number 1 is no new puzzles. I'm not buying any puzzles. I did already get a puzzle Oh, I got like 3 puzzles from people for Christmas, but I am not buying any new puzzles. I am not buying any new yarn. So the yarn that I have at the beginning is what I'm going to use for all of my projects throughout the year. That's another thing. I want to be organized with my projects and at least finish 1 project every quarter. I know that's only 4 for the whole year, but last year I finished 0 projects until November when I had to make 10 hats for my mother-in-law. So I'm going to not do that this time, and I'm going to make 1 project every quarter. Okay, number 7 is called home comfort. There are a couple of things that I want to do. I want to hang up newer pictures of our family. That means we have to take newer pictures of our family. I mentioned that part of my family is going to be moving away. So before that happens, I want to take all new pictures of everybody. My youngest is a senior this year. I want to get his senior pictures done. And I just want to put pictures up around the house, refreshing the ones I already have and putting up new ones. So that's something that's going to make my home more comfortable and more welcoming for me to come in and be happy and cozy in my house. And then my office. I know that y'all can see this pile beside me. This is for a video that's coming up, but I hate it being here. I hate this desk being here. It gets filled up with all kinds of stuff all the time. So I'm going to take the desk out. I'm going to put a bookshelf on this wall, and I'm just going to redo my office where it is less clutterable. So there are fewer spaces for me to actually put crap on, and I need to put the crap where it goes and out of my space. So I have, over here on this side, I got a lot of Legos. As you can see, a bunch of Lego plants and stuff for Christmas. I got other things that I built, and they're all just cluttered up there right now because I don't have anywhere to put them. So a new bookshelf. This table is leaving, this desk is leaving, so that I will stop cluttering up the space. And so that is what I want to make my home comfortable. Finally, number 8 is entertaining. So I already host a book club once. We do it once a month and we rotate through people's houses. So I will be hosting a book club at least once this year. I also have the spouses that work in my husband's office. So all the people that work there, their spouses come to my house every other month. And then on the off months, when they don't come to my house, we go out to eat together. Just a time for us to hang out and kind of release some stress. No children allowed, only the adult spouse of the person that works with my husband. So I do that. I want to continue to do that and nurture it better than I think I have been, and just make sure it is a safe place, because being in the military is difficult and being a military spouse is difficult. And I want those people to be able to have a place where they can talk about things that they want to talk about and feel like it's a safe space, that things are not going to be gossiped about. We're not going to go around behind their back and tell all kinds of things. So I just want to do a really good job of being there for those people in my husband's office. And then the other one is I want to have our friends over for dinner. So we keep trying to get together with a couple of friends, and it is so hard to make that happen. And so I want to be more intentional about doing that with our friends that live with us or live around us, because they're not going to be here. We're all in the military. We all move really quickly. So I really want to have more time with them before they move, before we move. Who knows what's happening, because we don't know when it's going to happen. And so I just want to make the most of the time we have doing that. And that is it. That is my 8 areas, and those are the things that I kind of want to do. Like I said, they're not trackable things. I'm tracking things. I'm trying to make sure that I get all the water that I need based on my health and the medications that I take and all of that stuff. So that's a separate thing. I'm trying to get 6 hours and 45 minutes of sleep so that eventually I can bump that goal up to 7 hours of sleep, and we can just keep bumping that goal up and getting more sleep. So those things are happening, and I'm tracking those in the background. But these are the things that I feel like for my living, for my balanced life and happiness, these are the things that I would like to work on. So at the end of the first quarter, I'll come back, I'll check in with these and see how I feel like I'm doing. Again, I'm not grading anything. I just kind of want to see where I am and where I think I am doing well, what kind of needs to be improved or could be worked on a little better, or something that I was like, you know what, I thought I wanted to do that. Turns out I don't. So I'm going to be open to that as well, and we'll just see how it goes. So that is going to do it for my 2025 goals video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.